I'll remain in detention for life until impartial judge takes over my case, says KANU. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got in earnings this morning. As our headline for this morning says here, that I'll remain in detention for life until an impartial judge take over my case. Wow. Well, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, on Saturday, said he's prepared to remain in detention all his life until a proper and impartial judge handles his matter. Kanu said a serious executive and judicial fraud being perpetrated against him since 2021 when he was extraordinarily renditioned. The IPOB leader claimed that his matter is deliberately being shielded from judges and justice who can deliver impartial judgment that may lead to the federal government losing the courts. Kanu is currently facing trial before Justice Binta Yako of the Abuja Federal High Court on terrorism-related charges. He has been detained since 2021 when he was subjected to extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. Since his return to Nigeria, the appeal court in Abuja has discharged and acquitted him of all charges against him. Despite the ruling, the Nigerian government has refused to grant Kanu's freedom. Meanwhile, there have been some back and forth with Justice Nyako over the handling of his matter. In 2024 alone, Kanu had challenged Nyako to step down from his trial because she lacked confidence. He lacked confidence in her judgment. Responding, the judge rescued herself but the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, John Tosho, insisted that she should continue with the matter. Last week, Justice Nyako adjourned the matter indefinitely. However, in an open letter he personally signed, Kanu said, "I have been compelled by the events of the past few days to take the unusual step of writing this open letter for the singular purpose of calling the attention of all the general public to the serious executive and judicial fraud being perpetrated against me. Since my extraordinary urination in 2021, the details are as follows." In a judgment entered on 1st of March 2017, the Federal High Court Abuja ruled that IPOB is not an unlawful group. At the time, it received widespread publicity, which can be verified. This landmark ruling made by the court before it turned unjust, it mounted in a criminal proceeding that required proof beyond reasonable doubt, and in which the federal government and my humble self presented our respective cases. Alas, instead the federal government to go on appeal as the law mandated. Well, if they are dissatisfied with the judgment, a former Attorney General Abubakar Malami went behind closed doors with a letter signed by late Abba Kyari and got IPOB proscribed, tagged as a terrorist group, in an ex-parte proceeding conducted without notice to me or to the IPOB. This abomination incident was the earliest sign yet that the government and its judiciary have struck an unholy and fraudulent alliance to deny me my rights and thereby imperil the lives of liberty of millions of who identify with IPOB. On 26 October 2022, a federal high court declared my extraordinary rendition and detention as unconstitutional, saying that the matter of arrest and detention of the applicant Mazin Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya his continued detention in Abuja is subjugation to physical and mental trauma by the respondent, inhuman and degrading treatment out of the applicant amount to a brazen violation of fundamental human rights. Well, under Section 34(1) and 34(1) of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, the court further ordered the federal government to apologize to me and pay me a compensation in a reasonable as well-ordered society run by a responsible government. This judgment is sufficient to have ended my lengthy detention and encourage the federal government to constructively engage me on the issue of self-determination agitation that triggered this whole saga. Well, paddle back to 13th of October 2022, when the Court of Appeal held that the court must never shy away from calling the executive to order when the result to act of executive lawlessness. The duty of the court is to maintain a balance between ensuring that law and order is obeyed and the protection of the individuals from oppressive actions by the executive. Well, that was all that was said here concerning this headline today this morning, which says here that I'll remain in detention for life until an impartial judge takes over my case. Wow. I mean, there's nothing I'm not going to say in this country called Nigeria. Just look at what Nnamdi Kanu is saying. Nnamdi Kanu is saying that he will remain in detention all his life until somebody who is good enough, somebody who can tell the truth, can take over his case. I mean, I think that's just the best thing, because all of you, all those northerners, all those federal government fans are busy calling Nnamdi Kanu terrorists, saying this, saying that to Nnamdi Kanu. They don't know the backbone of the story. That's just the main truth. Nnamdi Kanu never committed any crime labeled against him. He was a man fighting with his mouth, fighting for Biafra with his mouth. He was doing things under the rule of law. He was doing things the way, the same way he was agitating for Biafra. He was using his mouth to agitate for Biafra. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't order killing for anybody. He didn't bomb anybody. And to me, that's why everybody's surprised at where all this accusation coming from. After years of court, this, court that, court this, court that, court that, Nnamdi got like he got so angry. He ordered Binta Yanko to get off his case, like he told her to rescue herself from the case, and Binta herself rescued herself from the case. It is as simple as that. And the federal government, they need I mean, the next thing the federal government should do, if they still want to continue Nnamdi Kanu's case, is to find another judge. I mean, there are a lot of judges in Nigeria now. Binta is not the only judge in Nigeria. There are a lot of judges in Nigeria. Binta is not just the only judge in Nigeria. There are a lot of judges in Nigeria. So you can just go find another one. But what did they do? They said no. That was why Nnamdi Kanu was in court recently, shouting at us saying that you cannot come back to my case. You don't have, you cannot try me. I've lack confidence. I lack confidence in you. You are corrupt. This and that. And meanwhile, she is corrupt. She is all those things that Nnamdi Kanu called her. Nnamdi Kanu's case should have ended a long time ago, but with the federal government handling of things, has not gotten anywhere. And now they have adjourned this case indefinitely, putting him in indefinitely prolonged detention. That's just what I see. That's just what the federal government wanted. I mean, that indefinite that indefinite adjournment. That's just what they wanted. Nothing more, nothing else. That's where I see it. I mean, that's the way I just see things. And the federal government just want to keep him there for keeping sake. Just to keep him there for keeping sake. It's not as if it's not as if they want any other thing from him. And it's very, very quite annoying. Believe me, ultra annoying that they had to do this in Nnamdi Kanu. What do you guys think? Tell me, drop your comments in the comment section. And don't forget to leave a like on the video. Then tap the subscribe button as we go down with the notification bell so that anytime I have any new video, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you for tuning in and have one for the day ahead of you.